Welcome to the podcast. This has been a long time coming, and I'm happy to have you here. Please introduce yourself and let's get going.
Thanks so much for having me. My name is Elena Orsak, and I am the Waldorf School Director for Casa de las Estrellas here in Garza, situated in a combo of the jungle and the beach.
Nice. So Casa de las Estrellas is the name. It's located where?
It's located down the dirt road from Blue Garza and kind of right across the street from Cafe Estrellitas. And hang a left and back tucked in the roads, you'll find us there. A pretty incredible, beautiful building.
So somewhere in paradise, sitting right on an incredible beach, all that chat GPT written stuff that you read about, that's you, huh?
Yeah, it is. No joke.
Nice. All right. So directions to recap: if you're coming from Guiones Plata area, head south towards Garza, get to Blue Garza, hang a right, and then another quick right and a left, and we'll see you. You're right across the street from Cafe Estrellitas.
Yep, you've got it.
Got it. All right. So you're a Waldorf style school, if I understand that right. And I'm asking you to please explain to a layman like myself, what does that mean? And what the heck's going on? Because people hear a name, but I don't think they understand like the whole deal. Like, who are you guys?
Yeah. Well, granted, we're going to talk about it way more in depth at another time, but to hit it just quickly, Waldorf education is designed with an emphasis on the whole child, taking into effect the learning that comes from hands, heart, and head. You hear that a lot in Waldorf education. Working with the hands, learning from the heart, thinking with the mind, all together in one whole child learning, Waldorf education.
All right. So that makes sense, but it sounds pretty hippie. And you're wearing Nosara, so that sort of makes sense to me.
Oh no, it's not hippie at all. I mean, you've got, well, yeah,
It's a hippie song. You gotta say at least a little.
a little about the hippie.
No, I'm saying it's at least a little hippie. If you say hands, heart, and head and like all in a sentence and you mean it, like there's some hippie.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think
I
if
didn't
you
say
look,
it's bad. I'm
yeah,
turning more hippie as I get older. I just turned 49. I'm starting to like listen to sound bowls and stuff. Like,
yeah, yeah. I think when you see it in action, it's how students of today and of the future are needing to learn, and it's with this focus of influencing the whole child and in a holistic way in a
all right.
world.
So speaking of that, I think you might. I'm only interrupting because I think you just made the best segue ever to what you're doing. What's the
Do it.
event coming up?
The event coming up is called Windows into Waldorf. It's an opportunity where adults can come to our school, and between 4 and 6 p.m. over a 2-hour window, they can come and, as though they were a child, um, explore and be taught by teachers how one might find math brought in a third grade curriculum, how you might see the letters introduced in a first grade curriculum, how the finger knitting handwork in kindergarten sets the tone and the stage for reading and academic learning, formal academic learning that starts in the primary grades. So
All
it's
right.
an
So I just heard you
opportunity.
say, I got to interrupt you again before you go any further.
Do it.
I just heard you say you're calling out the adults to come see what it's like, and you're literally practicing what you just preached about the Waldorf thing.
Yeah.
Is that the event?
Experience. Yeah, totally. Like we want you to come and to sit in that classroom and have a moment of aha, like, this can be brought in this way. That makes so much sense. Like, yeah, that would resonate with me in a lifelong way, in a way that maybe something else might have just come and passed through and not really been retained. But
All right, so it's not like at my public school teachers meetings where my parents just showed up, nodded their heads for a while, and they all left and went to the
no,
next one. Like
no,
you're
no.
you want
You
people
will
to
have
do stuff.
No, you will have a completely different experience if you join us this Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. And I promise, can guarantee that your mind will be blown about how these things can be brought.
All right, that's a strong promise, but I like hearing that type of stuff. All
Yeah.
right, what else do you have going on?
Um, we are part of and in support of a big circus coming up on the 8th of March called El Gran Espectáculo. So that is under the company called Hup Clap Hey. It's about the 5th year that Circo Nosara has been coming to town. And last year we had over 500 people in the Salon Comunal with students performing from Playhouse, Del Mar, Casa de las Estrellas, the public schools. Really an incredible joy-filled performance set to a full live band, Canto Flecha. I get to play my violin. It's a fantastic evening, lights, yeah, just we got lots of incredible feedback last year about what a fun event that was. True community event. Yeah.
All right, so you have a night where the parents go back to school, and then you have a circus as your next event.
Yeah. And then you can join us for our fancy fundraising dinner at La Brasa San Juan on the 15th of March. You can come participate in the first ever surfathon happening on the 29th of March. Another great time for families and community to come together in service to scholarship funds for our students. Yeah, so many opportunities to get to know the school and us to engage in a wider way with the community.
Much respect. Thanks for what you're doing. Thanks for coming on. It sounds like things are going well.
Yeah, it's hitting a new chapter. We're really excited with where Casa de las Estrellas is going. It's evolved in a really kind of natural, organic way over the last 10 years, and it's ready to really sink in its roots and grow strong into the future. So I'm honored and grateful to be a part of that next chapter.
Thanks for coming on. Hey, thanks for including the whole community in what you guys are doing, also cooperating with the other schools. It's nice to see. Like when I showed up to Nasara, it wasn't cooperative like that.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it's a long time ago and I'm pretty old, but what I'm saying is like, it's nice to see. It helps feel good to know that people can land here and still communicate with this. It's not as polarizing and people are just in one camp. That was unfortunate. Nasara is like a big old high school to me. It drives me nuts. I love this place, but I also hate it. Um, and when people steer into things like you guys are doing by talking to everyone, that's cool.
Yeah,
I
no, I,
respect that.
I think our collaboration in a small town is key and essential. And I know we've been talking with other schools about getting our teachers together and have opportunities for them to, not be specific to their methodology, but instead just like, what is it like being a teacher in today's world, and how can we support each other and be in collaboration and meet the needs of today and tomorrow. So
All right, let's get out of all this nice positive school talk that's all boring but awesome. Let's talk about you.
yeah.
Take me into what you like to do. What's your fun time? What do you do on your days off when you're not grading papers or walking around doing whatever it is the teacher, preacher, principal type people do? Like, what's fun? Like, what's enjoyable?
Well, it's enjoyable. I love opportunities where I get to play my violin. That's a huge part of my life. It's been with me since I was 3 years old. So
Classically trained or kind of freestyle? Like, where
started when many years of classically trained, yeah, but then that branched out to all other different ways in which I could play my instrument. So bands, recordings, yeah, bluegrass, Latin, and everything.
Yeah, I play in a cheesy little band at Olo Lai on Wednesdays and Saturdays where if you came in and played like a violin, like you would be very welcome. We start playing bluegrass or make up songs
Yeah,
or maybe you can
totally.
come.
Yeah, well, that would count. That would count. So that would make me happy. Um,
Huh, what
let's
else do you do for fun?
I really appreciate watching the sunrise. Sorry if that sounds hippy dippy, but I really, really love watching the sunrise. Totally sets my day right. Um, and I love quiet moments on the beach, not the bustling beach of Guiones, but moments where I find a little slice of calm and quiet and a tide pool. That
Are you saying there's other beaches besides Guiones around here?
Well, got to know the right people in the right places, but it does exist. Yeah. Come to
Yeah,
Casa
geez, were
de las
you
Estrellas.
I have been even before it started, and it's mesmerizing. Like it's
Yeah,
nuts.
it's incredible. Yeah.
Huh. Hey, so what's it like growing up and now you like work on something that a postcard kind of looks like?
Oh, that's a good. Well, we all know residing in Nosara comes with its level of grit, the extreme highs and the extreme lows are all part of the soup, but yeah, it doesn't really translate to the outside world. They'll always think you live in paradise, but the reality is working hard and in a place that demands it of you is a joy and a challenge and everything in between.
I think that whole yin and yang thing might be true. There's like a balance to everything. Like I call it a paradise tax.
Yeah.
Like it's not just the money. Like there's a lot of taxes too. But man, it is tough. It is tough to do everything right, legal, hold people together in a tiny little town where there's so much. I mean, it is paradise. I'm not ungrateful. I'm wildly grateful. The problems of here are better for me than the problems of where I'm from. But that doesn't mean there ain't problems. It's not always easy to hold things together.
Nope. You gotta be living in a spirit of equanimity at all times to the best of your ability.
Spirit of equanimity. That sounds like a song you would write for your hippie school and your.
Well, let's write that song next session at Oloalai.
What are your three favorite restaurants here in no particular order, and what do you like to get there?
Mm. Well, I have a total bias to Estrellas Cafe, which
All
makes
right,
it
let's yank them out of there because we're already going to plug them and advertise them. They're already there. You're already in. You're
okay.
out of here.
Uh,
So they can't be included in this question.
okay. I would say Malacrianza, also my neighborhood go-to spot, and amazing and delicious. Fresh catch of the day. Catch of the day with a sweet potato mash is
Their
incredible.
fish casado is fantastic, and I think the sauce that whatever the sauce is they do for the salad
Yeah, yeah,
is
stellar.
just great. All
Yep.
right, what else?
Pulpo. I really love pulpo
Tell
empaladas.
us about Popo. We don't hear that much. They're kind of newer, so fill us in.
Yeah, no, they're great. And that they actually happen to be a family in our school too, but they make these incredible, yeah, just different forms of Asian dishes, noodle dishes, really kind of out of the norm of what I would call the Nosara cuisine.
What would
So
you order there if somebody's just not interested in octopus or whatnot? Like, what would you say?
the peanut noodles, like when they have their peanut noodles with fresh veggies and bok choy and all these stuff. Oh, amazing. So good.
Okay, all right. What's that? What else?
Um, what else? It's hard when you're getting a little tired of the nostalgia. No.
Yeah.
I would say, well, Salajes is always just like my good go-to casado too. Like that's just nice in town. Um, but I gotta think of that third one. I think I gotta think of that third one.
Well, it's
It's
because you were stuck. Yeah, you were stuck on the Casado from Malacrianza, but you got one from the south and the north on each
there you
end,
go. There you go.
and
I'm
then Crazy
balanced.
Pulpo with the new thing in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, it's fine. All right. Do you have any jokes, ideas, or anything you want to share? Oh, you have the platform.
Um, I'm not a joke person, sorry to say, but I do want to say that there's one other really cool thing that's at the end of March, which is the first ever Casa de las Estrellas Surfathon. So that's going to be an epic fundraiser that I'll be telling everybody about soon as well. But that's where we raise funds for scholarship students to attend our school. It's going to be like a culmination of our students raising those funds and hoping to get other students as part of our mix and enjoying a big, huge, epic day on the beach together with our school and anybody else who wants to stop by. So
All
more on
right.
that to come
Well,
too.
okay. Sounds good. I look forward to it all. Thanks for coming in. It was nice spending a little time getting to know you. I hope other people enjoy it too and learn more about you. And it sounds like there's a lot of stuff on the horizon for you guys, and the future's bright.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Rich.
You're very
Appreciate it.
welcome.